Hey everyone, welcome back to the Freddie Frags channel. Today I'm bringing you my top 10 designer fragrances for the fall. So today my plan was to shoot outdoors. It is a nice breezy fall type day today. I had errands to run, so I had to put the video in between. I didn't want to prolong it any longer. It is raining outside, so I am in my vehicle trying to put together this content for you guys. So without any further ado, let's get into the top 10 designer fragrances for the fall, in my opinion. Let's take a second just to know these are 10 fragrances that I'll most likely be wearing and recommend to you guys. It's not necessarily my top 10 favorites of all time for the fall, because that list changes often. I tend to love fall fragrances. They kind of hit that perfect sweet spot where I can wear them in the warm weather and in the cool weather, or blend them in within the list. And I tend not to wear too many designers, so this is more a recommendation list, top 10. I think that these are unique enough and smell great and hit the fall weather perfectly. So at number 10, I have YSL M7. Now the reason this is at number 10 and not maybe number 1 or 2 is because this has been reformulated, discontinued, renamed, however you want to put it. I have the second formulation. The original formulation was an all amber bottle, and then it was reformed into a clear bottle with amber like slab in the back of it. Now it's that both of those are gone, and now it's a square bottle, and it's called M7 Absolute or something to that effect. I do not like the new current one. It sucks. A lot of people say the first formulation was the best. I haven't tried that one in so many years. Actually, I haven't tried any of them in years, but I recently did get a partial of the first reform, and it blew me away. And I wind up keeping most of that juice, and that's something I'm going to be rocking for real. And if you guys can get it at a decent price, because it is going for crazy money, I suggest you try it, buy it. It is a great scent. It is, to me, it's a timeless woody scent. It's sexy, masculine. I'm not saying that a woman can't pull it off, but I do think it leans masculine. It is an oud that I think that even oud haters can wear. And at number 10, that's YSL M7. At number 9, we have another discontinued fragrance where I barely see it anymore in the stores, but if you can find it at a decent price, go right ahead. It's called Fahrenheit, or Dior Fahrenheit 32. Dior Fahrenheit 32 is basically orange blossom, vetiver, and vanilla. At the opening, it reminds me of the classic 8 and Bob. Just 8 and Bob, the classic original. That, it's so nice. It's so creamy, with a little bit of a powdery vibe to it, but you get the citruses, you get the vanilla, you get the creaminess. It's just a great scent. This does change towards the back end. They are different, but at the opening, again, they never smell alike, but it reminds me of each other. They're very close in style. So that's at number 9. We have Fahrenheit 32 by Dior. At number 8, we have Thierry Mugler's Pure Havane. Now, Pure Havane is going to be in a lot of people's designer list. This is basically cherry tobacco with a little bit of that A-Man DNA. It's just goodness. It's great. It's one of my favorite from the line. I think if you haven't heard of it already, go check it out. I think it's pretty much a dumb reach. If you like tobacco fragrances for the fall, this hits the bill perfectly. At number 8, that's Thierry Mugler's Pure Havane. At number 7, we have Acqua di Gio Absolute. Now, this is one that I don't own, but I do recommend. I might even be picking this up myself. It's basically a dumb reach for the fall. If you like a scent that has a little bit of that Acqua di Gio DNA, a little fruitier, a little more full, in my opinion, a little better performance than the original. It's been reformed so many times. This one, my wife loved that first sniff. I actually like it, so I'm gonna pick that up. So, and I think a lot of people will like this one. That's why I put it on the list. It didn't make it lower, obviously, because of that. It didn't make it at the back end because all the other ones were kind of discontinued except for Pure Havana. But I think this one will be one that appeals to the masses and is a good recommendation for you guys. At number 7, that's Acqua di Gio Absolute. At number 6, we have Perry Ellis Oud Black Vanilla Absolute. This is one of the smoothest vanilla tobacco boozy fragrances I've come across, especially on the designer realm. You can get it on the gray market for about 30, 35, 40 bucks. I think it's well worth it. It is niche quality, but you can tell that it is a designer. But it's done very well. And if money's an issue, or if you just want to smell good, I mean, this smells good. Forget about the money. This smells good, and I own it, and I recommend it to anyone that's looking for a good boozy vanilla tobacco fragrance. This fits the bill very, very nicely. That's Perry Ellis Oud, Black Vanilla Absolute. Crazy, these names are kind of long. That's at number 6. I'm sorry. At number 5, we have Boss Bottled Intense EDP. This is a classic fragrance, woody, spicy, sweet, just enough sweetness to be a little playful, but it is a gentleman's fragrance in my opinion. It is classy, sexy. I think a lot of guys can pull this off, especially for the fall. I think it is a very attractive fragrance, and I haven't come across anyone that didn't like this. So again, at number 5, that's Boss Bottled Intense EDP. At number 4, we have Dior Homme Parfum. So most of you should be familiar with the Dior Homme line. You have Dior Homme, Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme O, you have Dior Homme Sport. Most of them have this iris lipsticky vibe, and this one kind of brings that down and amps it up with leather, and it's a deeper fragrance. This is my favorite from the line. I don't own this because unfortunately my wife doesn't like it, but I do recommend it. It is, to me, it is a great fragrance, especially on the designer realm of things. At number 4, that's Dior Homme Parfum. At number 3, we have 1821 Made Man Sweet Tobacco Spirit. Now, basically, this one has a long name, but the name fits the bill. This is sweet. This is tobacco. This is very, in my opinion, masculine, but women can pull it off. If they control the sprayer and wear it correctly, I think a woman could pull this off. But to me, this is a masculine fragrance that you get the tobacco, you get a little griminess, you get the vanilla. It's a great fragrance in my opinion. At number 3, that's 1821 Made Man Sweet Tobacco. At number 2, we have Tom Ford's Velvet Orchid. Now, Velvet Orchid, some people say it tends to be a little feminine. I think it's unisex. I think it may lean a touch feminine, but I think this is easily pulled off by the right guy. You get sweetness, you get florals, you get resonance, it's boozy. You put all this together and you shake it up in a bottle and you get this divine fragrance. In the beginning, it is a little boozy, it is a little floral, but as it dries down, you get a little more of the sweet resonance. I want to say tonka bean vanilla vibe towards the end, and it's to me, it's to die for. I like this better than Black Orchid. Some people may call me crazy, but we all like what we like, and I like both of them, but this one I think fits my bill a little more. That's Tom Ford's Velvet Orchid. My number 1 designer for the fall season is going to be Prada L'Homme Intense. Now, with Prada L'Homme Intense, if those of you who are familiar with L'Homme, the regular Prada L'Homme, basically you get that DNA toned down, not as clean, but you still have a clean vibe in there, and it's darkened up by some vanilla and leather. To me, this is a 10 out of 10. I don't own this yet. I've had a few a few samples for last fall. Now that the weather's changing, I am looking to purchase one of these. This is, to me, the ultimate scent. I will wear this to work, night out, date night. To me, it's a great fragrance, a great release from the house of Prada. I am a fan of the Prada, and I think they do put out good fragrances for the most part. And that conceals and that concludes my top 10 designer fragrances for the fall. I hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, peace. Wait, don't forget, rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future content, and peace.